Huge news in the NFL today as Davante Adams has finally been traded from the Las Vegas Raiders to the New York Jets. Like most people predicted, everyone knew Davante Adams was going to get traded somewhere. A lot of people speculated he was going to reunite with his former quarterback Aaron Rodgers in New York. And frankly, I think with Aaron Rodgers calling the shots, that's what I expected to happen as well. But let me break down how this works for both teams and how I think both teams did in this trade. If the New York Jets were playing poker, they'd be all in right now. They clearly are going for something big right now, and they kind of have to. Aaron Rodgers is not getting any younger, and he only has another year, 2 left, maybe max. So I think the New York Jets adding Davante Adams to really help boost that offense when they clearly need another receiver besides Garrett Wilson, and even Allen Lazard, who's not a great receiver, but he's been playing really well because Rodgers trusts him. So getting another receiver Rodgers trusts is huge, and I think that the New York Jets getting Davante Adams for only a conditional third-round pick, could be a second-round pick, is really good for them. They have a lot of issues as a team, and clearly the organization is very dysfunctional. But if you're trying to win with Aaron Rodgers, this is the best move to give you a chance of success with that. And keeping Aaron Rodgers happy, even though they should have cut that off a long time ago with giving Rodgers control, they haven't. So at this point, pushing a few more chips in when you're going all in, it really does not make much of a difference. Good trade for the Jets. Got Davante Adams for a pretty good price. I like that move. For the Las Vegas Raiders, trading Davante Adams was going to become inevitable at some point, and I think that being the circumstances they're in right now, it's not horrible. It's probably if this was the first time Davante Adams was in trade talks, and this is the most they could have ever gotten for him, this would be a lot higher of a grade. But if you trade him a year ago, year and a half ago, before the season this year, you get more for Davante Adams than you do now. And I think that the Raiders getting a third, maybe a second-round pick for Davante Adams, that's just not great. All the turmoil, dysfunctional organization. I mean, really the Jets and Raiders are two of the most dysfunctional organizations in the league. But giving up Davante Adams for only a third-round pick, maybe a second again, is really not great. I think that the Raiders could have gotten a lot more if they traded him previously. And I think that this just was a lot of turmoil and drama for the organization that they didn't need. And I think that the Raiders are in a better position currently than they were earlier with this trade. But the reason they're so low in this grade and getting a C- here is because they could have gotten a lot more a lot sooner when they weren't going to win anything before. Keeping him longer than they should have and getting less for him resulted in 0 playoff berths with him. So I think that the Raiders screwed up royally. But they did cash in the most they could right now, and it could be worse. They could have waited another season or to the offseason. What do you guys think of the Davante Adams trade? Who won? Clearly, I think it's the Jets. But do you have a different opinion? Let me know in the comments.